Ram Ram everyone. Welcome back to Devi's Tarot. How are you all doing? I'm so happy to be bringing back another pick a pile reading. I am so grateful for the beautiful response I received to the last one. And now you can pick your piles. Take a moment. Please pause for a bit. Pick a pile and I will see you at your pile. Hello, pile number 1. I have to say that you are waiting for divine grace, or you have been waiting for divine grace for quite some time. I mean, you've been through a lot. You've been through what I can easily call the dark night of the soul. You might have lost a parent, or you might have lost somebody really significant in your life. A parental figure or an actual parent, any of that. I feel like this pile is also somebody who has been struggling with money or possibly going through financial issues, but you're being told to hold on. It will sail. It is going to come to an end, and you're being reminded that in every situation, in every dark pit, even in every dark pit, there is this one small sliver of light. There is always a silver lining to every grey cloud. And the same is with you, that dark times do pass. Like, straightforward, the biggest message for you is that dark times do pass. I feel like this group could possibly have a lot of debt or loans also. That's not for everyone, but I feel like quite a bit of the group does have so. Some of you may have been through or are going through court cases, divorce cases, anything of that sort as well. There could be property division cases, or something of that sort is very prominent. And I feel like quite a bit of this group is also very attracted to Smashani Devis and Devatas, or deities that reside in the crematorium, basically. And I feel like the people in this house have a very karmically placed or karmically heavy 8th house placements. Like, maybe your 8th house lord is Mars or Saturn, or something. 8th house maybe there could be Mars or Saturn sitting, Rahu, Ketu, Moon. I feel like this group has a feeling of a lot of uncertainty in their life. And maybe you also feel like at any point of time anything can happen. Like, I feel like there's a very deep-seated fear in this group that anytime anything could happen. And the truth is that the only difference between you and everyone else is that some of us do share the fear and some of us don't share the fear. But the uncertainty and the tendency of anything could happen at any point of time is applicable to every single human being and every single person ever alive. So the truth is that it's just about whether we choose to live in that fear or not. Because the truth is that uncertainty is something that no human being will ever possibly be able to surpass. We all have very little to no control over our lives. Any of us could be getting into an accident tomorrow. Any of us could be going through something very major and very traumatic very quickly, and there would be nothing we can do about it, because we can't even control our own life. We can't even control a single hair from falling from our body. We can't stop it from falling. So the truth is that the sense of control and a sense of certainty is actually false. No one can possibly have it. The only difference is that some of us just don't focus on those things and learn to tune it out to have a sane life. There is so much information in this world that our brain has to just tune out to be able to be sane. so many past life memories we have to tune out to be sane. I think this group is also very past life heavy, or like very obsessed with their past life. Like maybe you try to do these akashic records and things like that also. But the truth is that no one can actually tell you what your past life has been. Only you could, through a lot of different sadhanas and very deep sadhanas, possibly you could find out what your past life is. But other than that, or a siddha guru or a sadguru, someone who is truly genuinely a very accomplished sadhak, maybe they can tell you. But other than that, all these normal random readers and all that, nobody can tell you. So I think that if you have a very big passion for your past life, please let it go. It's not going to get you anywhere in this life. So we've tuned out that information for a reason, and whatever we've forgotten on purpose or we've been made to forget should be left forgotten. So it is important to understand that some things just probably don't need to come to the surface. And I understand that you're looking for answers. I understand that you're looking for answers for your suffering, that you are trying to understand why your life is the way it is. I get the curiosity. It's a very valid question. But what's not valid is that you can't access dharti patal, and by that I mean like all different dimensions and realms to find those answers, because they're not there with you for a reason, right? So let's just not surpass the order of nature, shall we? And let's just stay in our lane. So whatever you do to, it's okay to want to change your life, it's okay to want to understand your life, but it's not okay to completely be a madman running after modalities and chasing all these different tools of divination, trying to get our hands on an answer. That's something that you probably should not be doing. So just stay in your own lane, just stay where you are, just know what you know, and you'll be fine. You don't need to know more than that to live a better life. You do need to become a sadhak, but that is something that does not need all these modalities. Like you don't need to be a tarot card reader and an akashic record reader and all these things. These are all, a lot of these are just distractions. And a person who does Naam Japa with sincerity every single day will always be so much better, 10,000 times better than people who just practice these cards and all these things. And I'm saying that as a reader myself, I'm saying that as someone who studies astrology myself, that at the end of the day, nothing beats personal practice. So remember that where you are and what you are doing in your own practice is always going to be a lot more powerful and relevant and life-changing than learning these things and trying to take shortcuts into your past life or your next life or your current life or whatever. The only information relevant to you in this life is that you have done certain karmas because of which nature has given you the best deal possible. Wherever you are right now, it's the best deal for you. Wherever you are, whatever you know, however accomplished you are, however your life is running right now, with whether it was supposed to be greater according to your kundli or worse, wherever you are right now, wherever your kundli is, whatever deal you have at hand right now, it's the best nature could have given you. Just know that Ma is very kind, and because of your own karmic consequences, balances, accounts, whatever you have in your hand right now is the best it could have gotten. That's all you need to know. Other than that, trying to know anything or knowing anything, becoming Trikaldarshi or the seer of 3 times is not going to help you. It is of no use. It is of no consequence. So learning to stay in your own lane is a very important thing, and you should learn it too. And just learn to probably do your own practice better every single day, more than trying to accomplish or gain mastery in these arts and witchcraft and this craft and that craft. No point. And no shame to these modalities, but the truth is that the reason you practice them and what your chart is like, what your grahas are like, what your placements are like, plays a really big role. Like it will play a very big role in determining how good you get at these things. And a lot of people simply don't have the chart that is needed to succeed in occult, and that's okay. So succeeding in occult is not your gamble. It's not your biggest shot at a good life. So just know that all these Shri Vidya and all this Vidya, that Vidya, Moini Vidya, Apsara Vidya, this Vidya, Phalana Dhimkana, whatever, everything you think will shortcut your life and zip line it to the front, it won't. Just know that whatever you have in your hand right now is whatever you could have gotten. So there are a lot of us who want to be in places where we are not. There are a lot of us who want to be a part of lineages and institutions that we are not. But we are not there for a reason. Most probably, either we were not going to succeed there, or that those places just weren't meant for us. So just know that trying to bypass and surpass the realities of your life is not why these modalities exist. They don't exist to allow you to somehow magically change the outcomes. And yes, if you are a great upasak of a last life, maybe you will be able to change it very much. Maybe you will be able to achieve the kind of things that no one around you could have dreamt of. It is true. These phenomena do exist, but maybe that's like one in thousands. The rarity of that must be taken into account before you get seduced by such possibilities. So it is very important to understand that you are where you are, and most of us can't just escape our life like that. Our reality is what it is for a reason. Even if something's holding us back, it is holding us back for a reason. Every bit of companionship, every bit of loneliness, every bit of love, every bit of hatred, we have already had this written down for us somewhere. Every bit of love, every bit of hate, every person we will be beefing with, every person we will be having a good term with, bad term with, every person we will end up loving, end up being loved by, we have accounts with everyone. So just know that your life is not a random event of sequence of events where you could have possibly ended up differently. Yes, there are alternative realities and parallel realities, but clearly whatever's parallel and whatever's in another place is something that isn't accessible to you at the moment. That's your current reality. Maybe there are alternative realities, and maybe there are alternative timelines and alternative universes. Maybe all of this is true, and I'm sure it is. I'm sure that there are multiple timelines, there are multiple dimensions, multiple zones. But what I also know is that at the end of the day, what is in front of me and the life I'm living is the life I have. And what people call quantum jumping and quantum leaping and all of this and all of that, it is mind-boggling how some people talk about the shift in their life, but then a lot of times astrology and very basic modalities are able to explain such a shift, which makes me wonder if it's a shift at all. It's just an upgrade that was already supposed to happen. So what is the shift here, right? So it's very debatable how authentic these concepts are or are not. But even if we did not get into an actual debate, the truth is that you are where you are right now. And even if you did not think of quantum leaping, quantum jumping, and all these new ass concepts that have come up for no good reason, you would be exactly where you are. You would be exactly where you are. So, escapism and indulging into concepts like law of attraction and this and that, indulging in these concepts and spending our time devoted to these things is probably going to impact 5 to 10% of our life, but nothing more than that. If you really want to bring about exceptional mind-blowing changes, then sadhana is your only way. And how you do it, what to do it, is something a lot of people will end up asking in the comment section. The truth is, you can either end up taking a personal consultation from me, or you can find a teacher, or you can find someone you trust who you want to follow. So how you obtain it is completely up to you, but the truth is that a structured, consistent practice will always yield a lot more result than any of these fancy concepts. So I hope, so this is it for pile number 1. I hope that it made sense. I hope that this is something that truly resonates with you. And I do take personal consultations on the number given below. You can always reach out on WhatsApp and you will be given a response as soon as possible. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. And I wish you have a great day. And thank you so much for all the love and support that you have shown. It really means the world to me. So thank you so much. Jai Ma. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. I think that this group is going through a very lovely phase of womanhood. Like, I feel like this group is specifically for women. I think that a lot of you could be either in the process of conceiving or getting married, or have just gotten married, or coming more and more in touch with your femininity. I feel like a lot of you are just coming close to Devi. You are discovering who Devi is. You are coming close to who she is and sort of discovering what the world of femininity looks like. I feel like a lot of women in this group have been very wounded in the past, or maybe have been very masculine, have been very I feel like your relationship with femininity is something that has been very difficult in the past, and maybe you could have an aversion to colors like pink or red or feminine colors and feminine objects like that. But I feel like you are somehow realizing what your true nature is and coming home to it, and I would really like to congratulate you for that. I feel like a lot of this group is really realizing how to improve their relationship with money, how to improve their relationship with the goddess, how to improve their relationship with their uterus, their cycle, their body. I feel like you are learning how to experience your body differently now, and a lot of you are going through something which I could call like a blooming phase, and that's beautiful. Like, honestly, you don't get to see that every day, so I'm really happy that I'm seeing that with this group. Like, I don't think on this channel I have ever gotten a message like that. It's the first time, but a lot of you are just realizing girlhood. Like, the term that's coming to my mind is girlhood. Probably it could just be something as simple as lip glosses and eyeliners, and something very simple also. It doesn't have to be a very major transformation arc, but I feel like a lot of you are experiencing girlhood very differently, and you could be obsessed with lotuses also. I feel like you are trying to make your life as Pinteresty and as beautiful and as aesthetic as possible. And I really appreciate the effort that you're putting into making your life better than what it has been. And honestly, romanticizing your life is very important if you want to live a good life in the first place. So what you are doing is perfect, what you are doing is great, and you should definitely continue to do it. I think that a lot of you are just experiencing what I would call not just self love, but also like a love for the female, for like the female in you. And that's so important and so relevant. Like, maybe some of you have not been cherished, have not been treated like great females, like, important females in your family. And that's okay. A lot of women don't receive that kind of love and respect, but the more and more female or feminine you become, the more in touch you come with Devi, you will realize that your relationship with femininity will change, but also the relationship you have with men will change. Like, I feel like the more and more you come closer to Devi, the more and more you come closer to specifically forms like Mahalakshmi, Ma Saraswati, Ma Kali, the more you come closer to them, I feel like the more your relationship with the men in your family is going to change. And I don't know why I heard liver also, like take care of your liver. You could have fatty liver also. Your liver, your kidney, your stomach. I feel like a lot of you need to start walking. You could be going through your Brihaspati Mahadasha or Jupiter Mahadasha right now. So that's something that a lot of times ends up causing liver related issues. I feel like you are becoming like this really beautiful female who is going through a very beautiful transformation, and I'm very happy for you. It brings me a lot of joy to say that your bangles and your lipstick and for whoever wears it, your sindoor, all these things are beautiful, they are amazing, they will always end up bringing you closer to Ma. And I feel like a lot of the women in this group have grown up as people of certain ideologies which have looked down upon femininity, but I'm glad that you're coming out of it. I'm glad you're outgrowing it as a person. I feel like you should first of all not be dating. If you are already in a happy long-term relationship, good for you. But for the people who are alone, specifically for the people who are single, you should not be dating right now. Just take this time to yourself. For the people who are already dating and are wanting to get married, please by all means go ahead. This is not for you. But this particular part is not for you. But for the people who are single, I think you should take more time to yourself. For the women who are hearing this and are going through a pregnancy or trying to conceive, you have my best wishes. I feel like a lot of women listening to this pile are also a little confused about motherhood, and that's okay. Everyone takes their own time learning or figuring out how to be as a person and how they feel about these things, and I feel like you also have the autonomy to do that. I feel like your relationship with yourself is something that has been very complex. Like, you have you could also be somebody who has been confused about their sexuality. That's also like that. This pile could also have people who are either willing to transition to being a female or have already been in the process, started the process of doing so, or feel very feminine from within despite being born male, right? That could also be possible. I'm not very, very educated on these subjects, so if I have phrased anything incorrectly, please forgive me. But I feel like your journey with yourself, with your sexuality, with your not just sexuality, but like gender identity, like what does it mean to be female, is something that has been a sort of a question of consideration for you for quite some time. I also feel like a lot of the people in this group have very difficult relationship with their moms. Maybe your relationship with your mom has been tough, which is why you are dealing with these questions of femininity. Possible, very possible. But maybe it has simply been the fact that you've not had very enthusiastic women as role models, and that's okay. Honestly, many of us have seen that expression of beauty, expression of femininity has been repressed over generations for almost all geographical areas you can think of. This phenomenon has existed. So suppression of feminine expression and feminine freedom is something that has been a subject of debate for hundreds of years. And if there are women around you who have experienced it, and you are also experiencing it, or you are unlearning what they have experienced, then first of all, a big round of applause for you for doing better than the generation before you has done. And I'm so happy that you are constantly recognizing and realizing these patterns and doing better than that. That's amazing. But just know that you don't need to carry judgment for yourself or for someone else in the process of doing this. You like bangles, you don't like bangles, great. Don't hate anybody for it. You like kajal, you don't like kajal, great. Don't hate anybody for it. Like, I feel like your relationship with these things really needs to go through a very non-judgmental, easy, friendly process where you become a friend to these things. You become a friend to shringar or to beauty. Like, I feel like that's something that's really needed for you. Your relationship with beauty must improve, must change, must get better over time. And you really need to work on healing that part of yourself which has possibly rejected these forms of beauty because they look too old or because they look this way, that way. Like, I feel like a very unhealed part of you is hating on these things. The more you come in touch with yourself, the more you will figure out that maybe you don't love shringar in the very same way, shringar or makeup and jewelry in the very same way as most people, but we all love some version of it, right? We all love it in some way possible. So please understand that there is nothing good or great about hating these things. There really isn't. It doesn't make you morally superior, it doesn't make you better, it just makes you hateful. And we don't want to be hateful females. We want to be healed females. We want to be women who love womanhood, girlhood. And I'm sorry that you've shared a tough relationship with it so far, but I really hope that you are able to find it in you to love these things better and to come more and more more and more in touch with Ma, with the divine feminine, and recognize that divinity within. Recognize that there is so much within you already. Recognize that the female in you, the divine in you, it needs respect, it needs acknowledgement, it needs space, and it needs love. And you must give it that love, you must give it that space. That's who you are. That's a part of you. That is who you are from within. And it will only be like coming home to yourself. It is not going to be like doing something bad, something different, something awful. It will just be coming home to yourself, and you must come home within, right? So I hope this resonated. I hope this made sense. Thank you so much for being here, for listening to all these readings, for showing so much love and appreciation. I do take personal consultations on the number given below. Please feel free to DM on WhatsApp. Please don't call. I don't take any calls. And please feel free to reach out on this number. I would be more than happy to help you with the process of booking a reading. And I wish you all the very best. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next part.